It has been almost 5 years since we interviewed you for your 60th birthday on our family trip to Rhode Island. Since then, you've made a major transition into retirement, and we thought that for your 65th birthday, we'd like to ask you a few follow-up questions. All right, ready?
I'm not sure.
Say the date. Oh yeah, say the date.
August 15, 2015.
Close enough.
All right, so question number 1. Since I have most directly followed in your footsteps with my job as center director, I would like to know what you've learned most over the years that has helped you be so successful with managing people.
Well, I think that it's important to know the individual that you're managing. If you know the person and the personality of the person, then you can adapt your management style to reflect the best management style for that individual person.
I agree. Okay, number 2. Last fall, you had the opportunity to go on a trip of a lifetime to Italy with Mom and Emily, similar to the one I went on with Mike and his family in 2013. You saw Rome, Sorrento, Pompeii, Positano, Capri. What was your favorite or most memorable part of the trip?
Well, just in general, the Amalfi Coast was unbelievable, and really got to see nature's beauty, and a really good reflection of what Italy is all about. But I think the thing that I liked most was the day we had the opportunity to hire a driver and take us to Monteleone, which is where our ancestors came from, and to meet some family there, especially Mary Angelina. She was such a sweet lady.
Who is she?
That's my grandfather's brother's daughter, 84 years old, and it made you reflect on really what family is all about.
Besides Italy, and despite being made fun of by your brothers about having one, we know you like to talk a lot about your bucket list. What would you say is your favorite bucket list accomplishment in the last 5 years, and what do you look most forward to crossing off your list in the future?
Kind of tough one, but I think that this is kind of a general answer in that I can cross retiring off my bucket list because now I'm into that, and I feel that I've transitioned very well into retirement and have enjoyed losing 30 pounds, running, working out, playing some golf, and just enjoying my retirement life and doing things around the house in a leisurely fashion.
What do you look forward to doing next?
Well, we're going this weekend. We're going to Toronto, so I guess that would be my next thing that I'm looking forward to. Meeting some relatives in Toronto.
And the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah, we're planning on walking the Brooklyn Bridge. That's on my bucket list.
My turn. Since the kids interviewed us for our 60th birthday, you and I have both entered into the wonderful world of retirement. Since you had a head start on me, what have you found is key to a happy retirement?
Key to happy retirement. Well, generally is just don't worry about things. Take one day at a time. Be spontaneous, and never say you can't do something. Try it.
We'd like to take a walk with you down to your garden now to show it off in the prime of its season. What is it you find so fulfilling about gardening and also compost? You can talk about compost down the way.
I think ever since I was even a little kid, I enjoyed getting my hands dirty and playing in the dirt. So now to have my own property, and what I like about the compost is that it's something that you made yourself. So
You made yourself?
yeah, so you take you take something, not wasting it, putting it in a pile, and then in 4 years, you can actually put your hands in it and you can feel it. It's like earth to earth, dust to dust, one of those deals. So I love smelling it, and I love what it can do. Take that compost that you made over a 4-year period, put some seed in it, and something grows. I think it's amazing.
Does it remind you of your dad to work in your garden?
Yes, it does. My grandfather, my dad. This is zucchini. Always put zucchini in. There's a lot of zucchini because you can make a lot of chambat with it. Along the fence, I always put sweet peas. They come up early, and they're gone now. And got spinach. That's really good. I like to eat that raw. And this year I tried something different. I picked all my garlic. They planted all the way around. And I'm planting a second crop. So I've got bush beans coming up, and I got lettuce and spinach coming up down through here. So dove crop. These are grape tomatoes. They come a lot. Then we got regular kind of big steak tomatoes, beef steak.
They're not out yet.
Yeah, they're starting. There's some in there.
I took one the other day.
It's nice in the garden where you can come down here and you can pick them small. Take a nice fresh zucchini. Look at that. Something you grew on your own.
That would look good in your spiralizer.
Pick them small, yeah.
That's the perfect size.
And I always do good with black seed Simpson lettuce.
What's your favorite sandwich?
Lettuce sandwich with mayonnaise Italian bread. We got peppers in there. This year I grew, instead of cherry peppers, I grew bell peppers. And my pole beans, which everybody helps me put the strings up every year.
When you say everybody,
We got broccoli. And I tried asparagus this year, so it's coming up. So next year it should be good. And we got cucumbers growing. See? You can pick a cucumber.
oh nice.
Pick them
Okay.
small.
Small cucumber. And then we got bush beans in here.
Is that more zucchini?
Yep. Well, I made a mistake this year. Put it in the wrong spot. That's all right. These are more grape tomatoes. We've got onion sets here. You just pull these like that. Look, we got a nice sweet onion. And chop that up. More grape tomatoes. And there we have beets. You can also have
Ooh,
beet
beets.
greens. And then on the far side is carrots.
We have some supplemental garden questions for you
Alrighty.
at this point. You want to sit on the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, come sit on the rock and we'll ask you. So you can overlook your
Kingdom.
kingdom.
Is Finnegan dead up there?
Possibly. Where's deer? All right. Now, those beans, should we step on them?
Don't step on the beans.
Now, how insanely itchy am I going to get if I touch that cucumber you just picked?
Probably not so bad with the cucumber, but you don't want to get into zucchini leaves.
How many days will those nettles make my skin feel like I've been attacked by an angry pine tree?
You don't feel them for maybe a couple hours and it goes away.
If I'm on summer vacation as a child, what time should I arise to pick the lettuce?
Well, you got to get up early because you got it while there's still dew on the ground.
On average, how many bug bites do you get during a 10-minute stint in the garden?
Well, most people would get eaten up alive, but I have a way of fending them off. I think it's the Italian olive oil in my skin.
When I see a tarantula crawl over a tomato, is it okay to not pick it?
No, you must persevere.
On average, how many kinks will I have to remove from the 10 miles of hose to successfully water the garden?
Look at the camera, honey.
That's something we don't have to do anymore because Dad put in underground hoses.
What? You get all the good stuff after we leave. Air conditioning, pool heater, underground hoses.
See, it goes right down through there.
Where the Christ is the basil? How can I tell the difference between basil and a pepper leaf?
See, your dad was so frustrated having you guys pick basil. Now he doesn't grow it in his garden. He grows it in a pot right up near the picnic table by the kitchen. So this way, when you want it, when you want to cook, you can go right out there and get it, and not have to walk all the way down to the garden.
What is the likelihood of being attacked by ground bees while working in the garden?
Well, ground bees are something that comes sometimes every year, sometimes they don't. So you really know where the ground bees are. You can identify where they are. So once you find them, once they bite you the first time, then after that you know where they are and know where to stay away from.
When you say, quote, pick 'em small, what do you consider small?
Well, you know, a zucchini about that big,
That seems rather large.
and about that big around. And they're nice and tender.
How rotten / green does a tomato have to be
That's small.
to be rejected?
Well, most tomatoes, you gotta take care of them before they rot. So it takes a lot of persistence.
Is it always 100+ degrees in the garden?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank you for taking time out of your day to take some interview questions. And if you'd like to make a closing statement, this would be the time to do so.
Yes.
Look at the camera.
I think that everybody should set themselves for goals and put things on their bucket lists every year, because it forces you to become a better person and to do things and not let life pass you by. And you know, things like this are important because it's not only the enjoyment of growing it, but it's nourishment for your body too. So it's good stuff. So.
Body by
So
God.
if you guys ever have the opportunity as you get older to have your own homes, try to have a little bit of a garden, even if it's a small one, just to pass on the tradition. Good luck, and I hope to see you in another 5 years.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
Fred.